Fresh out of the detail shop is this beautiful 1970 Pontiac Firebird with a formula hood and a 455 underneath that hood. This is just a super sweet car, done in a really nice orange. It's an older restoration that's held up well. It has an excellent shine from bumper to bumper. Great looking wheels on it, front disc brakes, 5-speed manual transmission, making this thing just shift down the road awesome. It's great in town. It's got tons of power, tons of torque, but yet you get on the interstate and you can go as fast as you want to go. Under the hood's a built 455. It's got power steering, front disc brakes, manual drum. Engine compartment looks really nice. The bottom side of the hood's painted nice. You got some chips, stuff like that on the bottom side. As far as our inner fenders go, when they painted the car years ago, they did a really nice job in painting the inner fenders. Obviously the fenders were taken off the car when it was painted. The inner fenders, the black, the firewall, all looks great. This does have the fuel injection system on it. Chrome alternator, chrome valve covers, aluminum radiator, electric fan. I thought it had an electric fan. I guess it does not have an electric fan. Sorry about that. It's got a regular fan with that aluminum radiator. Nice shroud. Like I said, this 455 runs hard. I don't know why there's not that many 70 Firebirds out there for sale. I don't know why they're so hard to come by, but it's just a fantastic looking body style. And this one's lowered just to a perfect stance in my opinion. That formula hood fits really nice. Nice even gap from front to back, nice across the top of the fenders. It does have some paint imperfections on the front nose, which a lot of them do. Could easily be fixed, but it's got the Hearst-equipped emblem here in the grill. The grill looks really nice. Both sides of the grill is in excellent condition. The marker lights, the front balance all looks good. Paint chip here, and there's also some little spider webbing on that front nose. So the front nose, if a guy repainted that front nose, it would help immensely. But like I said, this is how I'd classify this car as a local car show quality car. Just an awesome cruise night car. And there's no disappointments in the way this thing sounds and looks, guys. This is just one bad looking car. The rest of the hood paint looks great. We got the chips in the front nose. The hood paint looks good. Another good gap from front to back. I mean, it's just absolutely even. Fits really nicely. In front of the front fender, the paint's excellent. Go over top the wheel well. There is about 3 or 4 little tiny chips you'll see in there. It's got the Formula 500 emblems. No bubbles or blisters down low on the fender. One other thing I want you guys to pay close attention to, if you go to our website, coyoteclassics.com, check out the undercarriage on this car. It's all painted kind of a red oxy primer orange and very solid original floors. I think there's one spot on the passenger side that's had a little rust in it on the floorboard, but other than that, I mean, I didn't see any patches or any issues at all on the floorboards. It's got front disc brakes, it's got Eagle rims. We just spent a lot of time polishing them all up. They look great. Front tires look to be in good shape. Our door gap is excellent from top to bottom. No bubbles or blisters in the door or the lower quarter or rocker. All that stuff looks great, which doesn't really surprise me, judging by the original floors and frame rails on this car. This was never a rusty car underneath. Top of the roof looks really good. As far as on our quarter here, this sail panel right in this area, a lot of times they'll bubble and blister, which I think the other side does have an imperfection. This side does not. Listen to that 455, man. It has a great sounding dual exhaust. Now, as we look at the paint job, like I said, it's older, so it's got some chips and stuff, and we do have a chip right there in the back of the bumper, the painted bumper. And it's got two little tiny chips in the lower quarter. But other than that, no bubbles, blisters anywhere. And you look up and down the sides of it, and this car looks just as straight in person as it does here in this camera. So very, very nice straight car. The doors fit excellent. Door handle is replaced during restoration. That chrome is nice. It does have the dual sport mirrors. Check out the corners of the doors here. Door panels original, guys, so I mean, we're missing little stuff like this. Like I said, it's not a perfect car, but just a fantastic driving and great looking car. Door panel really is in good shape for original. It's got the Firebird floor mats front and rear, and they look really nice. It's got the newer retractable seat belts. When they did the paint in the door jam paint looks just as nice as the exterior paint. Obviously they pulled the doors and everything off, did a nice job there. Dash pad looks good, no cracks that I can see in the dash pad. Glove box stuff looks good. It's got an American powertrain shifter in it. 5-speed shifter works really good. Headliner's good. There's no sags or anything in the headliner, no rips or tears that I can see. It's got nice 6x9s in the back and an absolutely beautiful back seat. So there's no rips or tears or anything in the back seat. It's got the correct GM seat belts and their shoulder harness back there as well. So it's got 4 shoulder harness seat belts in this car. Back door panels are great. Front door panels look good. Rear sails look good. Back shelf is excellent. So really, all in all, a nice interior in this 1970 Pontiac Firebird. Door lines up, fender lines up. You can't get the passenger side to line up any better, in my opinion. Same thing here. I mean, check out how that spoiler lines up. Taillight lenses, guys, have a couple little stress cracks in them, so they're original. It's got the Hearst equipped emblem on the back, Hearst equipped in the front. Same thing here. Both lenses have some chips and some scratches in them. This one doesn't line up bad. It's just a little lower right here. The driver's side lines up excellent. Trunk lid lines up good. Now, our driver's side, we talked about how straight the passenger side is. Driver's side's just as straight. The door fits just as good. That's what happens when you have kind of an original metal car. I mean, it just fits really good. Back valance paint is excellent. There's like 2 or 3 little chips here. I'm gonna rev it up a little bit. It's just starting to run just a little rich. Clean it out a little bit. As far as the wheel well goes, no bubbles or blisters anywhere around the wheel well. Front of the wheel well is excellent. There is a couple chips right here. There's one here, little scratch here. As far as the rest of the rocker goes, it's excellent. Lower fender's perfect. Corner of the door is excellent. No bubbles or blisters, guys. Like I said, this car is absolutely sleek. This is one of the first 70 Pontiacs I think I've ever had in 13 years of owning Coyote Classics, 13, 14 years. I don't think I've ever had a 1970 Firebird. You just don't see them around very much at all. Probably why the prices are going so high on them, it seems like. As far as, we got a couple chips right here. I also noticed here it's got a little chip in the hood. Our door gap on the very front edge is really nice as well. Both sides gaps are great. The rest of the door looks excellent. Doors open and close nice. The paint still looks wet even in the door jamb, so just a very nice paint finish on this Firebird here. Again, the door panels, or original. If a guy wants to make it perfect, you'd want to replace them, but for original, they don't look bad at all. Seats are in great shape. You can see in the headrest here, obviously the headrest came from a different color car. It was dyed. It's starting to chip up just a little bit. It needs to be re-dyed. Carpet's new. Sill plates are new. Back seat's great. Let's see how this thing drives. Our temperature gauge works. Oil pressure's sitting here idling for quite a while. We're running 45, 50 pounds still. The volt gauge works, it is charging. The factory tach and the clock do not work. The horn does not work. And the speedometer doesn't work right now. Speedometer, I got a new cable sitting back there at home for it to put in, but the tach and the horn are not working. We have a nice Pioneer CD player. Got a nice sound system. Paint and body looks really good. Floors and stuff look really, really nice. Has a nice cam and just a great idle to it as well. A little difficult to shift and hold this camera. Just set it right up here. As far as our front suspension goes, very nice and tight. Brakes work good. There's no pull left or right. Again, it's not power brakes, it's just manual brakes, but they are disc up front. Synchros are really good. Here's first gear. Brake's got a nice stop to it, does not need alignment, goes down the road really nice and straight. Back when we hit a bump there, it did have just a little bit of a tire, I don't know if it was just a little tire rub or just a little squeak when you hit that bump back there. So this car's got a lot of power. That's the best I can do holding onto this video camera, but I'll tell you what, it runs and drives fantastic down the road. We got to get the speedometer figured out. That will be fixed before it gets delivered. But nice running car, nice sounding car. Ain't no rattles and shakes, and just excellent driving muscle car down the road, guys.